I'm in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and you can see here my old shoes, which have done over 1,000, maybe near 1,300 miles now, are pretty trashed, and my feet were getting sore, and you can see the strike plate is actually cracked in the shoe, which is a really bad thing, and the padding is pretty much all gone. So I was in desperate need of some new shoes. You can see everything's kind of ripped. But so thanks to all of my amazing viewers and YouTube supporters, website supporters, I was able to get these brand new Wildcats, which will be amazing. I've already walked around town a little bit in them, and it's like walking on air. So yeah, you can see the tread comparatively is pretty crazy. So yeah, that'll be nice. And while I'm at it, it's been a while since I've thanked everybody, so thank you everybody who's watching the videos, and especially those who are contributing, the YouTube supporters, the website supporters. Thank you so much. You're making this hike possible, and it's been amazing so far just to see how many people are contributing, and I really appreciate it, so thanks. And finally, in other sad news, my snot rag / sweat bandana is going to be officially retired. You can see it's just too stringy. It keeps getting in my way when I hike. This bandana has been with me since the AT, about maybe a little past halfway on the AT. Survived the PCT, most of the CDT, but alas, it's just too worn out. So I'm replacing it with a bright orange, less exciting one, but so be it. Anyways, heading out from Steamboat sometime soon, and yeah, looking forward to Colorado. We'll see what it brings. See you later. So that is Rabbit Ears Pass, hence the name. And now I'm heading out of Steamboat and onward to the rest of Colorado. Hopefully this next section should have a loop through the Rocky Mountain National Park, so that should be fun. Had a great time in Steamboat, and thanks to Frodo and Scout, had an amazing meal one night, hung out with some of the other hikers, and yeah, it was nice. Got some good relaxing in, and I'm ready to get through Colorado. But first, there's a 15-mile road walk.
My camera can do videos, I just haven't taken the time to figure it out. I should. Yeah, it's usually one button.
So that is Parkview Mountain right there, which is where I'm headed, which should be the first one over 12,000 feet in Colorado. You can see the ridge here just winds back and forth. And it's looking a little stormy over there. So this little saddle is where I came from, and then down this ridge and over a bunch of small ridges to here. Alright, we are climbing up to Parkview, which is above 12,000 feet, and even though we're climbing this ridge for some reason, Parkview is way over there. That's the peak. It's a pretty nice view from here even though. And you can see Haystack Mountain right here, which is what we just circled around the backside of. But yeah, this is a pretty steep little 2,000 foot climb to get up there. Well, we're on top of the first ridge. Why we didn't take a gradual path up the side of the ridge to this saddle instead of going all the way up and going back down only to go up again, I don't know. That's just the CDT, I guess. Yeah, this is a steep one. Well, you can see the storm's moving in over here, but luckily, I think it's gonna blow right by me, I hope. And here's where I came from earlier, down, around, up the ridges, and all the way up. You can see I'm kind of on a little cliff here. And still have a ways to go. Alright, I'm on top of Parkview. You can see over here is where I came from. Whew. I'd say elevation's probably 12,300 to 12,500, somewhere in there. And here's a view of the other side. And on top there's a little weather station, I think, or a lookout tower.
Pretty dope.
And I think this is the way I go down. And somewhere out there should be Rocky Mountain National Park.
We could go off this way.
Yeah.
Sitting here, at least that's a left one.
So, last night, 4 of us stayed in this tiny little spot because there was a storm kind of rolling in and didn't really want to hike down the ridge in the rain. So, up to Bowen Pass.
Hello. Oh, hey. Where are you?
That's where I came up from. And just over there is Bowen Pass. And that's one route you can take. But we're going to take the more exciting ridge walk. You can kind of see the trail all the way up over all of these ridges. Looks a little tough, but it should be amazing. Pretty steep little drop off there.
After seeing Karen's here, you'd think to be only Karen or two there. I like you to be Karen, by the way.
Well, here's the ridge we've been following. All the way from over there. And that is Rocky Mountain National Park. This is Ruby Mountain, but I've still got some climbing to go. Okay, turns out this is actually not Ruby Mountain. I already passed that one, but this one's actually a little higher and it doesn't have a name, but it's 12,100 feet. and that view is incredible. But you can see, following the ridge, this will be Cascade Peak, which is next for me. And actually, if you look way back there, that is Parkview, where I camped last night on top of. Pretty crazy. Doesn't look very far, but it's been a lot of climbing between here and there. Onward. There's Parkview again. And you can just make out Grand Lake down there, which is where I'm headed for my next resupply.
Hike, wanderer, hike.
Yeah.
At least it's not a bad night. No fog and
Yeah. That's amazing.
Wait, was it the frozen balloon?
did you play with it?
No, we walked right
You
by
should
it.
have played with it. I played with it.
Oh.
So, last night I stayed at the amazing Shadow Cliff Hostel in Grand Lake. And today, on my day off from hiking, I'm gonna go up into Rocky Mountain National Park and do some more hiking. Do like a little 18 or 20 mile loop through the park, just because the trail doesn't really go through the park. And I might not be back here anytime soon, so we'll see how it goes.
In my brain, I mean, even I don't think anything about English, I should use my brain like a calculator. So, I mean,
Well, it looks like this is the ridge that I was on yesterday. So that's kind of cool. So anyways, this is Rocky Mountain National Park. can see Grand Lake down there, which is where I'm headed back to today. There is Ptarmigan Point up there. Pretty cool glacier. And there's the east side of the park finally. So, one of the cool things about slacking this section is pie and bologna.
The foliage is delicious on the other side of the meadow.
Come on, Moose. Thank you. Hello, baby moose.